Your heels should be back against the wall. There will be some people who won't be able to keep their back flat with their feet against the wall, even with the knees bent. For those people, put your feet out a little and start, you know, week by week moving or day by day, moving your feet in a little bit closer this way. Okay, now with your back flat up and as far up as you can get it, feet apart so your balance is good. Raise one arm, the right arm, and stretch up as high as you can. And now the left arm. Keep your back flat while you do it. Up and up, 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 up.
Flat as a pancake?
You know, I think, well, almost everybody here is wearing clothes that are nice and stretchy and will give completely. I think probably John down there on the end is going to run into trouble sooner or later because he's got his belt on. Shame on you, John. Stretch your arms up and come over just from the shoulders first. Remember, if you bend your elbows, you're not going to get as good a stretch. So keep your elbows really stretched up by your ears. Just bend from the shoulders first. And now from the waist. Keep your back flat the whole time. Don't let it come off. Okay, now let your hips go. I hope you're synchronized.
That's right.
Beginners, if you can't lean over to begin, you can at least flatten yourself up along the wall. Even if your back is bad, you can do this. Just stretch up and just lean a little from side to side. This is a good one for you.
I'm not even synchronized with myself.
Okay. Is everyone, have you all got your elbows really straight on that?
Straight as a
Okay, good.
die.
It's really important to keep the elbows straight. Try it once more with the elbows really straight and go over as far as you can.
Once you get the
All
elbows
the way
straight,
over.
it's harder to bring them back.
And all the way over.
Oh.
If you really stretch over, you can feel a big difference.
Let's go.
Okay, now this one I've shown to you before, but I want you to see exactly how it goes. I keep doing it so it's just not clear enough. Everybody spread yourselves out there. This will make it clear, we hope.
I'm going to make like a clock.
This is like a clock, and you make believe the clock is overhead because what you want to do is kick way up as high as you can. So first, you bring your 2 o'clock, supposed to be over a little further. Bring your foot over towards the wall, up towards 2 o'clock. It's the outside leg, Michael.
That's right.
This is a good one for getting flexibility through the hip. If you're just beginning, just swing it a little way. You know, just let it swing as far as it will comfortably. And as you go along, you got it stretched out more and more.
You really feel it in your joint there, don't
Right.
you?
And up towards 1. Point your toe, and up towards 12.
To be careful not to
Have
kick
to
each other.
And 11.
Well, it's a love pat.
Don't kick my clock.
10.
Gone on daylight time.
And across, across in front of you and up towards 9. By the way, everybody, when you exercise especially, but as much of the time as you can, you should go barefoot, back towards 8. Going barefoot is really great for your feet. Shoes really are like splints. Think about it for a little and see how inflexible most of them are. 7. Point your toe and keep your legs straight. 6, straight back.
Like a pendulum.
Right. Just let it swing. 5, back a little towards the back. Keep your knees straight. Now look over your opposite shoulder and get it back towards 4. Get a good stretch in.
That is a stretch in the waist.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you look around.
And now over to the other side. Well, I should just turn the chair around to do it this way.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah, that's right. And now up towards 10 o'clock, towards the wall again. Towards 11. This is a really good exercise. It really is one of my favorites, and it continues to be all the time. Towards 12.
It must do a lot for most of you.
It does. And you should also try to keep your head up and let your back arch instead of curling yourself this way. You keep your body up.
This makes it more difficult.
I know it does.
That's Maggie.
Back and cross in front and up to the side. And out towards 4.
It gives you a wonderful feeling of freedom, though. This
5. It does once you let it go.
Gosh, we only had a ballet bar.
6. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then we couldn't have done the posture thing.
Yeah, that's right.
7. Back a little.
I hope their clocks are going to synchronize them.
And relax. Okay.
I'm supposed to do that.
That one now
Your
should be
waistline
nice and
doesn't
clear.
hurt like ours does.
Okay. And now, out here again. This is another one of my favorites. You've all seen it before. Come up on, before we start, Mariana and Carolyn are both having birthdays next week. Mariana's going to be 51 and Carolyn's going to be 53. Isn't that lovely? So nobody out there is allowed to give any excuses, okay?
And I feel better than I did at 20.
That's beautiful.
Honest and true.
That's beautiful. I know, I was 43 about a week and a half or 2 ago, and I feel a lot better now than I did when I was even 18. Up on your toes and stretch. And that's, so you start slow. You don't try to do it all the first day.
2 years.
That makes you feel good
Like
for the
2
first
years.
day, but the second day you feel rotten. Stretch way up.
Well, after
Down on
30
your feet.
years of sitting at a desk, something had to be done.
Yeah, that's the truth.
It's amazing.
Go around in circles. No matter how long you don't work, if you once start, you can build up. Keep your elbows straight. Don't hit each other and make the circles larger and larger until you come right down to the floor. You should be leaning back as you circle.
And although weight loss isn't what you're striving for, you sure get a loss in circumference
Yeah.
with this.
And round in the other direction. This is the one reason that you can't help but recognize the body as a really beautiful machine, because you can neglect it, do all kinds of rotten things to it, but when you're ready to get started again, there's always something left there to work with to make it better.
Excuse me, Meg.
There
I'm
may
not
be
so sure.
something left if you mistreat yourself, but when other people mistreat you, there may not be. Okay, another one. Most of them are for flexibility, but there is obviously a lot of use of the muscles at the same time. It's another one of my favorites. Arms up and way back. This is a bit of a combination of movements. Swing them way back. If you're just beginning, if they feel uncomfortable in any position, you always try and exercise gently the first time. Make sure it's not going to hurt. Up and now down between your legs and way up and back.
There is no back.
That's what I think's great, too. It doesn't matter how far you've gone. You've still got a long ways to go.
It always
I can
feels
see
that
me at
way.
85.
And down,
to try and
big
fix.
bend. Swing around from side to side and come up slowly as you go. And start leaning back. And relax. Doesn't that feel good, John?
Almost fell asleep, honey.
You're not supposed to do that. It's not supposed to feel that good. Okay, now we've got another one. This one's a beautiful one for the waistline. It's about my favorite for the waistline, because you have to work. There's no way out. So the beginners, go easy on it. Don't go over too far. Okay, turn your right foot in.
Oh, yes.
Sounds
Bring
like
your
the
left
wild
arm
duck
up.
walk.
Keep your hips forward and lean over to the side. Don't lean on your leg. Keep your arm hanging free. Did you say something?
Nothing intelligible.
Grunting.
Keep your elbow straight. Lean way over. And bring the arm up, up,
And you thought the skiing
Up.
made you still.
up. Now grab hold of your hands and bounce down a little. Try to relax your side as you bounce down. Keep your bottom forward.
Just try to relax yourself.
And over to the other side now. Remember, turn your left foot in and bring your arm over and come down. Keep the elbow straight, bottom forward. Oh, first swing your arm up, 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 up. Grab hold and bounce down. Try to get that a little further. Straighten your elbows out. Come on, John, get them straight. That's the way. And up. You can feel it so much more if you just straighten your elbows. The little tricks to these exercises is what makes the difference between whether you really see results or you don't. If you're really careful to do them the right way and to build up little by little, then you not only don't hurt yourself, but you also get more results out of it. So always be careful, do them just the right way. Let's pull the benches out. We've got a few now for the chest and for the shoulders, and they're excellent exercises, and they're, you know, right now they're the best ones. I'll find some I think are better, but right now they're the best ones. An important thing to remember when you're exercising is always to breathe very gently and very naturally. Don't hold your breath. In fact, if you listen to Michael, you'll find out what you shouldn't do, because he goes in the middle of exercises, and you really should. You should really keep your throat open the whole time so the breath comes and goes. If you hold your breath that way, if you've got high blood pressure, it's going to be very tough on you. And in any case, it does push your blood pressure up a little, so always keep open. We're going to be listening. Okay, how about the weights?
Weights. Weights.
You can use a coffee table if you don't have a bench, or with this one you actually can do it on the floor if you want to. Or men could even do it standing. It's okay, because that just builds up more across the shoulders and the back of the neck. Lie down. And on this one, you bend your elbows and put the arms out at the side. Pick them up so they're not resting on the bench, and then make circles. If you've got just a light weight to begin with and build it up a little bit at a time, it's actually the increasing of the weight that will build up across the chest for you. It's the muscle building. You can't build up the gland. That's for women, obviously. But the heavier you make these weights, the more you're going to build up. But you have to start gently. You always, with any exercise, start gently and work your way up little by little.
They're getting heavier all the time, too.
Good. Okay, arms back. Oh, we make the circles in the opposite direction. What you do is see at what points you feel the exercise most, and from that point, you try to develop it. You know, like if it feels like you're really working the muscle out here, then try to just move it around there for a while. You know, make small circles in one direction and small circles in the other. Now move them back overhead as far as you can, but be careful that the weight isn't so heavy that it'll pull your arms over. And move them forward and back, and forward and back. Paula, try and keep your elbows bent just a little bit.
That must be marvelous for your wings.
Yeah. Okay, now a little bit out to the sides and back. Carolyn, you bothered yourself doing some exercises not too long ago, didn't you?
Yeah, a little too much Greek dancing, too many jumps to the floor, and not, you know, gay. I think I tore a muscle, but I've been able to keep going.
This is the way to do things. Carolyn's going to be 53 next week. She's taking Greek dancing now. Last year, she was taking Spanish dancing.
Right.
And if there's any better way to live, I don't know what it is, except for Mariana, who goes out and runs before class. Okay, let's try something else. Put the cans down and roll underneath your bench. This is one type of exercise that very few people do, and it's a very important thing. Athletes especially, because they build up their other muscles and don't do too much of this type of pulling exercise, leave themselves weak in the muscles across here, the muscles that pull the shoulders in this way.